Okay, that's one. That's two. We're live. Hello!
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Hi.
This is the Spiritual Neighborhood Lunch Bunch, and we're all in our hats. We're all in our hats. Oh, remind me, Gail, I need to let Catherine know for tomorrow she needs a hat. She's got some great hats.
That's right.
So don't let me forget to remind her of that.
I do want you to know that I did take my scarves and tried over and over to tie a nice bow, and it just didn't look right. And so I said, I give up. I'm just going to wear my husband's cowboy hat and decorate it with my own flowers, and that's what I did. And then got on, and Elizabeth has hers, and you've got a cool little hat yourself. So
this is my sassy hat.
You know, people are making comments like they really like us a lot. They love us. And one of your friends, I think, posted something about she laughed so hard she almost peed her pants.
No, she said she did pee her pants.
Done. Okay, next.
No, wait a minute. I'm glad you brought that up because she said she peed her pants. And I said, well, thank God you didn't pee on us. So I was real thankful. Because let me tell you something. I don't want to get peed on.
I think we want to be. Go ahead.
I've got a question. What's the hardest thing for you guys to get ready for this show? What's the hardest thing for you guys to do to get ready to be on?
For me, not really anything. I just got to make sure I have my coffee. So I got my cup. And I got my sugar, and see, I have to take everything from the kitchen and bring it in here, so if I want a cup, I can just pour it here, put everything in it, stir it, and I'm done. I don't have to go to the kitchen. So.
Okay.
Now, why did that make you...
I'm wondering the same thing.
Oh, my God, I just thought, that was not where I thought you would go.
Because it's all about the coffee.
Oh my God.
It's all about the coffee. Oh my God.
Oh, my goodness. Oh.
Hey, my coffee is really important to me. You ask my husband, you don't talk to me until I have my coffee in the morning.
Oh, help me. Oh.
All right, that's our show. Thanks for coming by.
Oh, man. Oh my God. I'm sitting here saying, oh my God, all my hard work gone. Oh.
I struggle with... I always wonder what we're going to talk about.
I do this every day. Every day it's a struggle. Oh my God.
Get it in here.
I always struggle about what we're going to talk about. What will we talk? And then we never talk about anything I think we're going to talk about. So I don't know why I even think about it.
Well, that's the way it is. That's life.
And then my biggest struggle, though, is what can I say and not say the F word and make Elizabeth turn red? So I spent a lot of time thinking about that.
Well, today I'm really tired. So I'm looking up stuff, and I realized that was one of the words that was in a card spread. And he was like, "Oh, I like that. I think I'll use that spread next." So today it's like, nah, it's okay. Oh man, that just got me, Gail. Oh my God, that's just the best. Oh.
Well, think how good it's going to be when we start doing the happy hour. Oh my God, if she gets this good with coffee, think what she's going to do with a little liquor.
I cannot imagine.
Oh, I can.
Cannot imagine.
I'm seeing stripper, pole, scarves. Oh, what a picture. Stripper, pole, scarves. Yeah.
Yeah. Boas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boa.
Yeah. So.
That's the only interpretation I do. That was Catherine Hepburn. Thank you.
From what movie?
From A Golden Pine.
Oh, great movie.
She didn't say boa.
It was boar.
Oh, boy, that's what I was going to say. Boa.
It sounds like boa.
I love that movie. Did y'all watch the documentary? Did y'all watch the?
I really am. I must really be tired. Oh my goodness.
Well, I haven't been going to bed till like 1 o'clock every night for some reason for the past week. And I used to take naps, and I don't take naps anymore. And I'm getting up at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I don't feel sleep deprived, but I may act like I'm sleep deprived. And I'm going to use that as my excuse for things that come out of my mouth. But we all know that's who I am, so.
That's the lamest excuse. That's the lamest excuse I've ever heard.
It's not an excuse, it's a reason. It's not an excuse, it's the reason.
Oh my God, this is crazy. Oh my goodness.
So, anyway, we really.
I've had a long time. Thank you, Gail. I needed that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We need to get your medication adjusted. Medication time. Medication time.
I took it late today. Oh man. Oh.
Okay, well, I got something serious to say. Seriously, I got something serious to say.
Okay.
So, yesterday something happened after we got off wait a minute, that didn't sound right. After we finished our show yesterday. Come on, they didn't make you red? Damn gummit.
No, I am tired. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, you're not getting any of my jokes. So anyway.
Or I'm getting used to you, and that could be dangerous.
That means I got to kick it up a notch.
Okay, no, for something serious. Seriously, what?
Yeah, I got a phone call yesterday. I was in a situation where I thought I was going to lose some community, and it's not that I was really going to lose it. It's just that I never really fit in. And so I had made a decision that I did not want to cause conflict, so I was going to walk away from that little community. And someone that was a part of that community called me yesterday. And after a very long discussion of what my attitude was and where my heart was, and that I was not being pissy, I was trying to be generous and giving by not causing problems, I was offered a situation that will let me actually come and be a part of the leadership of a bigger community that this group belongs to, and start sharing some of my talents with that group. And I thought, you know what, this is a great metaphor for what I think is going on right now in the whole world. We're losing what we have our short-sighted vision on, but there's a bigger, much, much bigger picture and place for us all to be a part of, and that's going to start manifesting for us, and we're going to start seeing all these things that we were looking over and not getting and not seeing and not realizing our potential, that type of thing. Does that make sense?
Wow. Well, congratulations. For all.
I'm excited. I'm very excited. So, and it's not a big deal. It's not like, and it's not going to make me any money, so it's not like a career, with all that. But it's going to be something that's very important to my soul. It's going to be very close to my heart. And I feel like it's something where I get to utilize talents and information that I've been gathering for years. So I'm excited to see what happens. And it may not work out the way I think it is, but.
Well, that is awesome. Congratulations, seriously.
I'm leaving the screen for a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Well, I think
Gail, that was the best laugh ever. Thank you again. Thank you so much.
You're
that
welcome.
Was just,
You're welcome. My puppies are important to me, so I gotta have it, Dave.
Oh, I love it. I just thought that was great. That was great.
Well, I take it
I do
back.
have something serious to mention.
Uh-oh.
I mean,
there
it
you are.
really.
Go ahead.
So I have a student that got in touch with me yesterday, and she's been diagnosed with cancer. And what I need is for all of the Reiki members out there to please send her, first of all, courage to go through this a second time. Secondly, to have it resolved in a positive way, not a negative way, but a positive way. But boy, that just tore me up. That just really tore me up, because
What's her
it's been a
attitude?
long time since I felt that fear. Pardon?
How's her attitude about the news? How's she reacting?
The first thing that overwhelmed me, her energy was so powerful. The fear was so in front of the screen that she kept knocking herself offline. I mean, we were on Zoom, and she'd come on, she'd start to say something, and as soon as she would start to say a word, bam, she'd knock herself right off.
Oh,
Literally,
I'm
right
so
off. I mean,
sorry.
literally off the Zoom. So we knew that, you know, she's got that fear factor. But her fear is not the cancer, because she's overcome that one before. Her fear is not having the strength to be able to do this a second time.
Mm.
And I never thought about that. You know, it's true. Those who are, first of all, being isolated, and now you're being faced with something that's even more immediately life-threatening, not just, you know, the virus aspect, but now we've got another C word, you know, again. So I thought about that, and I mentioned it to my group last night, and so I thought, well, you know, we've got so many people that watch us that I just thought it would be, I don't want to say her name because I want to keep that private, but the initial starts with an M, so I would just, you know, send her just M. If you would send her as much powerful, positive energy for a really good outcome. She's getting scans today, and she'll get a biopsy tomorrow, and we'll see how that goes.
M for miracles.
That just, you know, I'm expecting it. M for miracle. That's right. Brilliant.
I love that.
That would be great.
Well, you know, you brought up something that I would like to go ahead and elaborate on a little bit, and that's that fear of not being able to go through it again. Because, you know, I deal a lot with people that have suicide issues, that are suicidal, have been through suicide, or have a family member that deals with that. And a lot of people believe that when people are suicidal, it's because they've hit rock bottom. But more often than not, when people actually commit suicide, they're on the upswing in their moods, but they're afraid that they can't go through the darkness again. So while they have the strength and the clarity of mind and the capability, is when someone is more likely to attempt suicide or to go through that process than when they're actually in the deep, dark rock bottom. Not that that doesn't happen that way sometimes, but a lot of times people say, I should have seen it. Well, they don't see it because that person's not in this totally dark place, but they're in a very, very fearful place and a doubtful place. So fear, I don't know. I think that's our worst enemy. I really do, in all areas. Fear.
Me too. And that was, I saw so much fear, I couldn't see the cancer. That's how powerful it was.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
so powerful.
That's saying a lot.
I mean, it was literally, and all I could see was it was all over. You know, fear was just encompassing her entire body. And that just really, boy, man, that just blew me away. It really did, because I've not seen that before. But I could feel it. I mean, I could feel it. And I kept telling her, I said, okay, now you're going to have to breathe here with me, because you're knocking yourself offline. You know, we've got to get this under control here. But it was just, and she's so young. Really just, it got me really, really bad. So that's probably why I'm tired, because I thought about it a lot.
Well, you've probably been doing a lot of healing for her too, and because you're just that way. You know, and that brings up a good point. When we don't have guests, I think that we ought to start kind of a casual process of talking about all the different spiritual gifts and where we fit into that as individuals, so people know what the heck we're talking about sometimes, you know, and as far as who we are personally. And then we can elaborate more on that as we go along on what other holistic gifts are that people don't necessarily think about. Because, you know, for me, one of the biggest gifts in life is anyone that can make me laugh. You know, I married 2 people because they could make me laugh.
Well, hey, that is a requirement in our family.
Well, these were not the best decisions overall. Yeah, they did. The marriages didn't. Yeah, the marriages did not work out, but I really had a relationship. You know, because of the laughter, and laughter is so important. And I am always drawn to people.
Laughter is healing too.
Yes.
Laughter is healing. It can go through and heal the entire body, and that's why a lot of comedians either live really long or they die real quickly.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, and
their energy just burns out.
well, and laughter is a great way to deal with negativity in yourself personally. That's why we have so many comedians that come at things from a position of anger. You know, it's a way for them to express that safely without damaging other people and spewing hate toward other people. Of course, some people do cross that line, you know, and things of that nature. But, you know, laughter's big in my family, and we're very irreverent. Like, we were at a funeral home one time taking care of some business for my mom, and the funeral director, he goes, have you ever noticed how Baptist hymnals are like Irish beer drinking songs? And I'm like, what? He goes, yeah. He goes, think about it. He goes, and he walks with me and he talks with me. And he goes, if you look, the congregation is doing this with their heads. Okay?
Oh.
And I thought that's hilarious. Well, several years later, one of our family members died, and because it was a family member, my mother and I were in the front of the congregation with the rest of the family. And sure enough, guess what the first song was that they played? And he walks with me. And Mother and I looked at each other, and we just busted out laughing. And I've got my face covered like this with a Kleenex, trying to pretend I'm crying, so people just don't think we've lost our friggin' minds.
No.
And every time we looked at each other,
Lord help us.
we would start laughing. I'm like, this is so wrong. This is so wrong. What is wrong with us?
It's not.
Yeah, well,
It really isn't, because listen,
there has to be a little humor in everything. Somewhere there has to be something. I always say, if I've lost my sense of humor, I am really in trouble, and it's true.
It is.
If I lose my sense of humor, I am in a really dark place. Yeah.
You know, and I like going to dark places sometimes, I'll be honest, because you feel so much better when you leave. You know? It's kind of like, ooh, I'm glad I'm not there anymore.
Busted, but better.
Yeah, look at the look on her face. Okay, so that's going to be my second thing to do. If I can't make her blush, I'll make her make that face.
Yeah, I'm just going to have to get a mask and make a smiley face or something.
I got to lose this. I cannot take that hat anymore. It's driving me crazy. Y'all just going to have to look at my hair. Oh, that was driving me nuts.
Well, I'm going to wait this time before I take my hat off, as of yesterday. Pull that thing right off, and what's happening? We're still recording on. Oh, we're on live, aren't we?
Yeah, and people wonder why Deborah gets up to turn it off. Well, Deborah's actually with her phone recording her computer of us on Zoom, because we can't get it from Zoom to Facebook.
Two things. Phone and tablet.
And phone and tablet.
Because I'm on two channels right now. Or two Facebook pages, or whatever the hell you want to call it.
She's yelling, okay, we're off, and we're over here taking our hat off and sneezing and whatever, and
no, that's not what I mean. I mean that we are off. We are way off center. There's something so wrong with us. We are off.
Our magnetic north is not necessarily correct to everyone else's.
Mine's around my ass. I'll just tell you. Winner! Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Lord. Oh, man. Okay.
Okay, so this is day 5022 of the quarantine, and this is what we...
Oh, God. Okay. I thought the only problem I have is putting my eyebrows on. No, obviously, this is much worse.
Well, I started out doing makeup.
You got both of us. That was a double play right there. You got both of us.
Well, this is how casual I'm starting to get about this. I used to do makeup and try to fix my hair. Now I just put a hat on and I put a little lipstick on, and that's all y'all are getting from me. You're gonna get a lipstick and a hat. That's it.
I do try and put makeup on because I'm so washed out. There's no color. I mean, it's all white. It looks like I have no eyebrows. Oh my God. Look at my eyebrows today. Honest to God. It looks like somebody came in. Let's put more color on that.
You know who your eyes look like?
Not even.
Your eyes look like Roseanne. I never noticed that before. You look like Roseanne Barr from the eyes up.
Oh God. Oh,
She has pretty eyes. She has real pretty eyes.
Well, I appreciate that, but you could compare that to like maybe somebody else.
Well, that's just what it hit me. I mean, I can't make this shit up. It just
Oh God.
it just comes to me. All right. No one's writing me a script here.
No, maybe we may have to do something.
I thought we were.
Well, isn't today the full moon? Isn't it April the 7th?
Oh,
Isn't it
how?
April 7th?
Ow! Ow!
Is that yesterday or is that today? Today's April the 7th, right? It's Tuesday, correct?
Yeah.
You know what tomorrow is?
Full moon. The full moon is in Libra.
I have no idea what that means. If you're going to say crap like that, you have to explain it.
Okay, so I'll read just a little bit. This is what this means for for the full moon. Where am I?
Where am I?
The full moon this time is in Libra. So it's talking about beware with clashes of authority. Today, beware. Be awareness of rules and restrictions, which I think is something we've talked about before. Frayed relationships. If you have frayed relationships, this may end it. I mean, this is what it's talking about. It says fear is the root, which I find extraordinary because that's something you just talked about, Deborah.
Yeah.
About the fear is what's taking over, and that's telling us the fear, it's the root of the source. But it says you need to connect with your spirit, and it says do not shut down and nourish your spirit. So those are like awareness of rules, be aware of no clashing with authority, hardship, distancing. It feels distant for many people, and that's true. I feel that quite often. But we need to nourish our spirit. So today would be a good day to nourish that spirit.
And as you were talking, I pulled a card, and it's humility.
Oh my God, I can never read your cards.
Oh, wow.
And what it says is it's about awareness of every one of us are the same. We're just on different paths.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're all human beings.
Yeah, and I think that kind of goes along with what you were talking about earlier about relationships. You know, either they're going to heal or you're going to release some of those relationships in your energy field that's holding you back.
Well,
And
so what does that word mean to you personally, Gail?
humility.
Yeah.
I think it for me. I think it's about honoring myself and who I am, and accepting myself. And when I do that, I could do that for other people.
Yeah, because you know what? The word humility always brings up a statement for me. I have the right to be wrong. You know?
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Especially in what we do. All of us are professional intuitives in some capacity, you know? And so the thing that always just annoys the hell out of me is when they say, well, if you're psychic or if you're intuitive, what are the lottery numbers? I just want to slap all four of their cheeks when people say that. You know, we only get what we get, and we only get what we're supposed to know personally that we're supposed to reflect to other people. And we also are able to be wrong. We're not supposed to be right about everything, and we're not supposed to know everything. That's not our job, you know. And I think that humility is the acceptance of our imperfection in that capacity. Don't you
That's
think?
about accepting those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, of course, I always take it a step further when I'm like entertaining at a party. I'll tell people, well, I have the right to be wrong, you know. But it's a party, so remember the context there. But I look at them and go, but I never am. Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
You know, as a healer myself, as a Reiki master, you know, yesterday we talked about grief, and we talked about allowing ourselves to feel that grief and not feeling guilty and all that. And, you know, the things that you both shared with me yesterday were so, you know, it was just honoring for me to hear, and it really helped me a lot. But, you know, that's something I should know because I do that for other people. But as you were saying, sometimes when we're in that position, you know, that fear or that emotion can overcloud our judgment and what we need to do for ourselves. So it doesn't matter how great our gifts are and what gifts we have. A doctor needs a doctor, a lawyer needs a lawyer, a healer needs healers, and you both are healers, and you both helped me yesterday, and I'm still going through the grieving process and allowing myself to accept that. But I just want to say that is a part of all of what we're going through right now, and it's amazing to have people like you guys supporting me and supporting our community in that way. So,
well, that's a perfect way to segue into what we were talking about before we went live. And you said that you had a dream that you wanted some help with. So tell us about this dream.
Well, I kind of get what it was for me, but maybe you could pick up something different because, you know, sometimes our ego gets in the way. But I was out in the middle of the ocean on a ship, and there was and I don't want to say aircraft or spaceship. I don't know what it was, but it was a ship in the air, and it shot what I would have said of like getting a rifle and shooting at somebody. It shot it, and it landed in the water. You could hear it and hit the water, and we all looked up and saw this craft shooting down at us, but it missed us. It was aiming for us, but it missed us. And I believe I was with my husband on this ship, and I don't want to say it was a cruise ship. I don't even know what. I just know it was on a ship. And I heard, "Get off the ship." So we jumped in the water, and as we're in the water, all of a sudden at first I didn't realize what they were until I grabbed onto them, but they were torpedoes. So I'm holding onto this torpedo, and I'm going, "Oh my God, this is a torpedo. I need to let go of it." And so then I get the idea, I need to swim to shore because we weren't too far from shore. And I get to the shore, and it says, "Get it far away from the ship." So get away from the ship, and I'm in a space in which it must be a room of some sort where I could see out what was going on, but it wasn't affecting me. But it was overwhelming me emotionally because of the devastation that this was doing. And I do kind of contributed to what's going on in our life right now in this world, the coronavirus and all of that. You know, it's you know, it's there. We're all affected in some ways, others more than myself. But really, why was that so important for me to experience, and why do I remember that so vividly in my mind? I'm not sure, but I do feel like it was something to do with the coronavirus. So you can agree, or maybe you've got a different interpretation.
Elizabeth?
Well, of course, anytime you, anytime you have water, it's all emotional. That's an emotional basis. But I have to agree. It felt like the coronavirus is coming. Oh my gosh, am I close to it? Have I done something? It missed you. You know, was that a good thing? Because it's missed me, I've survived. And then to realize that you're holding on to a torpedo. So is that going to explode, or, you know, those kinds of things. So I think a lot of it is the unconscious saying to you, you're okay, you're surviving, just do what you know you need to do. Which would be with that torpedo. Don't grab hold of the torpedo, let that go. Don't hold on to all the news that's out there, let that go. And swim to your shore, go to your safe place. That's the short version. Thank you.
Okay, I have a little bit of a different take on it. So, do you want to hear what I've got?
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, when I'm doing interpretations of dreams, water generally reflects emotional growth leading into spiritual alignment. Okay, so to me, it's very important that you were in the ocean, not a river or a pond or a mud scum or whatever. So this is saying that you have the resources of your emotional growth that's led you to a huge combination of spiritual alignment, awareness, and the fact that you're being shot from above says that people are actually attacking you from a spiritual perspective. This could be an indirect attack energetically, or it could be someone that's actually questioning who you are from the spiritual perspective. So, questioning your reputation, who you are from that. So the fact that you weren't hit, but you knew the shots were coming, says that you're protected. You also have your husband. So this represents family, foundation, that type of thing. You got off the boat because there was a need for you to focus on what direction you're going to go in with this attack. And you had the torpedoes because you're thinking, well, I need to shoot back, but no, you don't. You are safe, you are sound, and you went from the ocean to the beach, so you're very well grounded. So you are very, very enlightened, and you're continuing in your spiritual growth. Don't let stupidity detract you. Do not let people pull your focus. Do not let people make you question who you are. You're on the right track. And with your family, that helps you to keep your focus intact as well. And that's what I got from it.
Oh, wow. Both of you guys were wonderful. That was great. And I feel like that I got goosebumps from both of you. Like there was a message in that for me. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was wonderful.
Well, for $49.95, you too can get an interpretation. Just give us a call.
I love doing dream interpretations. I do. To me,
send your email to.
That's the whip. To me, yeah.
Gmail.com.
Exactly. Do send us your dreams. I love interpreting them. And
seriously, send your messages to spiritualneighborhood@gmail.com.
Well, here's the beauty of dream interpretations. It's like the whipped cream of the cake. It's nice and fluffy, and you can tell people what you get out of it, but they can't prove you wrong. So, I just love doing dream interpretations. And
I think it'd be very cool if people write in their dreams, and we can pick one or two a day and interpret them and give our what we pick up from that and share it with them. And maybe we can do that once a week.
I'd just be thrilled to get an email. Somebody send us an email. And go subscribe to our channel. We need 100 subscribers. And the ones that have done it already, I love you.
Yes, 100. And like it too, please.
We've had several in the last few days like it, and we thank you. We appreciate your support.
Thank you so much.
And I love the comments that say that you peed, that you laughed so hard you peed. I love those. Keep them coming. I like making people laugh till they pee.
Although we're trying to be very, very careful with the lack of toilet paper and products, but we're trying to be effective but useful.
Well, then just sit outside and watch us. That way, you water the yard at the same time.
I knew it was coming. I could feel it because it's ramping up. You better watch it. Here it comes.
I can't help it. I just have so much inside. I have to let it go. I have to be free. I have to be me.
You have to be you. That's right.
Freedom.
That's right.
I don't know what's gonna happen. My hair's going to be down to my rear end before this is over.
Well, that's better than your rear end getting so big it reaches your butt and your head. So.
Yeah, well, we don't want that. That's for sure. But golly, and I'm not going to cut my own hair. I mean, I've done that before. Oh Lord,
I thought about shaving mine.
So I'm not doing that.
I love women that shave their heads. I think that is a hot look.
I do too. I think it is awesome. I think it's freeing. I think it's one of the greatest things ever. I had my hair cut to where it was less than an inch all over. And oh my God, the freedom. But let me tell you something. I had it done in the summer because I had colored my hair. I think it was a purple color.
Ooh.
So it was growing out. And we were having pictures taken, and they said, you need to go back to your original color. So I said, okay, well, then I'm going to have to get my hair cut as close to the skin as possible. So I had that done. But even in the summertime, my head got so cold that I literally had to wear something on my head all the time. So these poor individuals who lose their hair, whether through cancer or chemo or whatever the situation, let me tell you, I have a much greater appreciation for the fact that your head gets cold and those needs to have people do those knit hats and things that go on people's heads. Absolutely. Absolutely. But oh my God, I could take shampoo, just a little dab in the palm of my hand, and just, oh, my scalp just felt so, oh, it was just so refreshing. So clean. My scalp felt so clean. Healthy. It just felt so healthy.
I had a similar experience like that years ago. My best friend was my hairdresser years ago, and Kelly Jo also. You have to understand this, so I'm going to tell you this. Kelly Jo was a transgender woman. She had been in the Navy and had been a middleweight boxer when she was in the Navy as a man, and she had a temper. Okay. And she was probably one of the most feminine people I've ever met. So this transition, I can't even picture her. And so I would forget about this temper and her ability to really be aggressive at times. And we were having an argument while she was cutting my hair. And she got mad at me, and she carved her initial in the back of my head with the trimmers. So off my hair had to come. And I had the similar experience that you did. My middle of the summer, my head was cold.
It's oh my God. But yeah, it gets cold. I mean, there's no protection whatsoever. So these people that are going through those, the systems of whatever, however you're losing your hair or whatever. Well, I have a much greater appreciation for you individuals, because that is cold. I mean, I was cold to the core. I was so cold.
Yeah, because that's why people used to wear those things on their heads at night when they would sleep, to keep the heat in their body. My daughter and I had an argument when she was 15. My daughter has anxiety and depression and all these things, and she has from an early age. And she had this beautiful hair down to her waist, but she refused to wash it and brush it for a year, and it just got outrageous. So we had to cut it off short, and I mean like this length, okay, to get it under condition. Well, that hacked her off, so she just shaved her head. I don't mean cut it short. She shaved her head. She looked stunning, and she's done it 4 or 5 times since then. She does. She looks stunning when she does it. But I hated it because we'd go out and we'd always get free ice cream and stuff because people thought she was a kid with chemo.
Oh, no.
And I was like, no, we don't need the free ice cream. No, we want to do something for little Precious. We want to help little sis.
Oh.
I always felt terrible.
That is not right.
You think?
That's just not right. That is bad.
And you wonder why I'm so warped. You wonder why I am so warped.
No, I don't. Not anymore.
Thank you.
That is not a question anymore. I don't
Thank you.
know.
Thank you.
I don't ask that.
I wear my wounds well.
I'm not asking. I'm there. That's like, what should you never ask the universe? You should never ask the universe, well, what's next? Because the universe will show you what is next.
And don't pray for patience. Do not pray for patience. Do not pray for patience.
No. No, that is a huge, oh Lord, no.
Okay, so let me tell you who's going to be on tomorrow.
Yeah.
We got to go. I'm tired. It's all about me now. I'm tired. We're going. No.
We're looking forward to seeing Catherine tomorrow on here.
Yes, Catherine Krieger, who is the owner of Pucker Up Impressions and Mystic Catherine and Associates, which are 2 entertainment companies. She works private parties and events and gigs. And they tell fortunes, and they do lip print readings, and we do handwriting analysis and cocktail readings and all kinds of fun things at parties. And I work with her, so that's why I'm glad that she's coming on. She's going to come on and talk about her businesses, of course, but how her intuitiveness led her to this side of that life and how it works. I think that this is something that people don't really understand, that you can be fun and entertaining, but it can be real as well, and how that works. And so she's going to come on and share things with us. And I'm hoping she'll also come in and have some cute little stories about her twins. She had twins back in November, and they're just adorable.
Oh my goodness.
So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah. So anyway, I hope y'all tune in to watch her and make her feel welcome. And, we do the live, but none of us is looking at the comments, so just email us.
Yeah, I kind of look back and forth at them. But we do want your email about your dreams, so we can share our interpretation
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah, and the handwriting. Send some handwriting. We'll all do a hand. Listen, people, I charge for this crap. You're getting freebies here. Appreciate it.
Get on in.
You know?
We'll share
That's
them.
what I said. $49.95. You too can get a lip reading.
Yeah, handwriting analysis. Those little mini ones. I charge $49.95 for those suckers. So you know, you're getting a freebie here.
You knife and a steamer.
What?
All in one.
I have
we
a little
need to turn
note for
this
y'all.
off.
And if you order one, you get two for the price of one.
Two. Well, you get three. On this show, you get 3 interpretations.
Oh my God! All right, I'm turning this off. Everybody, wave
Actually,
bye.
that's not a bad idea. I mean, seriously, what a great deal.
Well, it is. So we're serious,
Bye, everybody.
and we're going to start plugging this and letting y'all know. But go before you do anything, go and subscribe to the channel so I can personalize the channel and make it easier to find. So we need 100
Our
subscriptions.
YouTube channel is
Yeah.
on.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm turning this off. Hang on, don't.
They can find that YouTube channel on our spiritual neighborhood.
Yes, and I post it all the time, and so does
Hey,
Gail.
everybody,
Spiritual
neighborhood.
network? Neighborhood.
Neighborhood. Oh, it won't go off.
Neighborhood network?